Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and in today's video I just want to do a bit of a discussion. In today's video I'll be waiting to log on WoW to test out just how badly Outlaw Rogue was nerfed. And honestly, I do want to make a video comparison, so I need to get some footage for that. But while I don't have the footage, while we're waiting for the patch update, we are going to be talking about potential possibility of a bunch of people flooding back to World of Warcraft. Now, don't pay too much mind to the colorful choice of words I'm using. We're not talking about a complete rehaul and everybody coming back from the days of good old Wrath. But there is a report out from Blizzard themselves, so take it for what you will, that says that the audience reach has been higher. World of Warcraft subscribers increased since mid-May following the release date announcement and beta for World of Warcraft Classic and Rise of Azeroth update. If you were one of the few people that tried to do a name claim for Classic World of Warcraft, where you could actually claim your name on any server up to 3 characters maximum, if you actually tried to, you would have noticed that the servers were packed, and there was a huge influx of people coming back to World of Warcraft. This is fantastic news, and it does almost make you think that maybe this report call actually is supported by the fact that the servers are unstable, no one can log in, and oh my god, while it is inconvenient, it does make me kind of excited, to be honest. Before we go on, I do want to talk real quick about what I'll be doing for Classic WoW to plug it. I wanted to make a video updating you guys, but I am going to be playing an undead rogue on Horde on server Fairbanks. I'll be doing that kind of as a stream guild community thing. I'm only trying to see if I can get to max level on the rogue, but I did lay a claim on a couple other characters. I do want to play a druid. I made exactly the same druid that I started back in Cataclysm, and I decided to do a Shadow Priest because I heard they're not amazing in dungeons or raids, so I wanted to give my hand to see how bad it really was, just for the sake of curiosity. But the main plan for playing Classic World of Warcraft, I want to try playing with a stream community guild thing, and I'll also be joining there with Tickle. And maybe we might be able to fuse our communities together in an amalgamation that might look scary, but also amazing at the same time. So who knows, but that's my plan so far. So if you guys want to make a character on the same server, if you don't really have anybody else that you're going to be playing with, you could join us in our community server just to hang out in the guild and level with everybody, and maybe even hit some endgame content. Planning on doing maybe PvP, maybe PvE, maybe a little bit of both. Who knows? Time will only tell. But back to the good news of people coming back to World of Warcraft. What is the possibility of that being true? Now, on one hand, it could be, let's talk about it from the negative perspective. It could be just Blizzard appeasing the crocodiles. You are appeasing the investors, people that are looking at the money side of things. You know, you're just trying to tell them, hey, we're still making money. Don't worry about us making money. And that's just not something that the community even needs to really pay attention to. It's just empty words, which is the more kind of negative way of looking at it, but business, money, it makes you do crazy things. But what is the possibility? The Blizzard is actually gaining back subscribers. Now, I know a lot of it would be heavyweight lifting from the Classic itself, bringing back a lot of the players that used to play back in the day. Blizzard trying to get players to give them tools to find friends you used to play with back in vanilla. The hype behind the OG game coming back and actually being available on retail rather than on a private server with whatever TOS rules a Blizzard has against that, to be actually able to play it finally with everybody else, the true core MMO experience. There's no doubt in my mind, let's say that this call and the subscriber increase is true. Don't know by how much. It could be by 5 people. I'm gonna guess it's by a much larger margin, but I won't even wager a guess at by how many people. The fact that World of Warcraft Classic servers, just for making your character to claim your name, were literally dying in front of our eyes, trying to manage the amount of people that are trying to log on, got me super excited. Yes, I know it's inconvenient to have to sit there and get locked out, kicked out of a loading screen, and then having to relog back in, wait in the queue, trying to make a character. That sounds absolutely abysmal. But it wouldn't happen without a large increase of people trying to log on the game, trying to test things out, trying to have an experience, trying to make their character that they used to play back in the day claim their name, find out what servers their friends play on, and establish themselves early on. So if this is true, if there is actually a subscriber gain, no doubt in my mind that Classic WoW is doing a lot of heavy lifting. But you also got to take a look at BFA. I know, not everyone's favorite expansion, but I feel like patch 8.2 definitely changed it. A lot of people back in patch 8.2 were telling me how amazing it feels, how fresh the game feels with the release of 8.2. The Bentha gear, brand new dungeon, brand new raid, Mechagon, Nazjatar, the grind, the pearl collecting, the rares all over the place. It felt like a brand new game, and some people even told me it felt like a brand new expansion to some extent. It was what BFA probably should have started with on the release. The Essence system is awesome, and it fills in the gap for some classes. It isn't a perfect system because it doesn't really give you... There's so much to do with the Essence system that it's really hard for you to even get your ult set up with these Essences, because you have to earn these Essences, and that's one of the things that a lot of people I think like. The fact that you have to do all these different activities, whether it's grinding honor in battlegrounds, grinding that raiding in arenas, getting your mythic pluses out of the way, doing the raids and grinding them by week basis, or going into the mythic raiding to get it faster. You get it through world PvP and Essence just from world PvP, islands, quests, reputation, whether it is reputation from the Nazjatar rep or Mechagon rep, but then there's also the follower reputation. There's so many different activities and there's so much stuff to do on just one character that it's really hard to get all your ult set up. But it also is a system where, like rep grind for example, getting exalted with Mechagon and Nazjatar reputation, you don't really want to do that on multiple ults. So there's benefits of like so much to do on one character, but it's really difficult for you to get replayability to do it again on an ult. So it could be a little bit better. Pretty sure Blizzard has stuff in the works with maybe the patch 8.2 with all the fixin'. But 8.2 by no doubt has been a massive success, an actually great patch that does breathe life into World of Warcraft, and with how much hype there's been about it, I've been personally enjoying it. With patch 8.2.5 on the horizon sometime in the near future, we are going to be getting model updates for Worgen and more content updates, maybe smaller stuff, but there's patch 8.3, if there is one, or maybe prospects of a future World of Warcraft expansion. What I'm trying to say this is, if there is an increase to subscribers for World of Warcraft, I could see why there would be. With patch 8.2, a wave starts to coalesce, starts to roll a little bit. Not the biggest wave, but a solid wave. And as time goes on, it builds up force with classic World of Warcraft being introduced. And maybe into the future, while this wave could be bigger and more people being involved. And that's honestly, personally exciting. I gotta be honest, I'm actually very hyped about it. And it's awesome riding the hype wave. Whether this wave rides into the abyss over the horizon or crashes me into the rock, that's going to be a whole nother story. But I still wanted to bring this a bit of information to you guys in a video format and get you guys' opinions of what do you think about the hype wave. Is there actually a resurgence of World of Warcraft members, people resubbing to the game, people getting back to the game, whether it be to BFA, to Classic, for any reason whatsoever, or do you think it's just some doublespeak just to appease the sharks, but it's not a real thing, and the hype is mostly in my head? What are your thoughts? How do you guys feel? We don't really know the numbers, but we can see if there's more people playing, more people coming back to the game, or if the servers are having an issue getting so many people on board. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this is real or not really? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Enjoy the update, because a lot of classes this morning should be getting upgrades for US and Wednesday for EU. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see all of you in another video.